guess what, everybody? I hope you like fear. I hope you like jokes. I hope you like no story content. Because that's what you get with Suicide Squad Episode 1.
There's some story content.
There's a 5-minute intro.
It's less than 5 minutes, but
There's a 3-minute intro.
Look less than that.
Oh my God. So today we are talking about Suicide Squad Season 1 and also my reason and Austin's reason for going back to Arkham Knight.
And about to be my reason, too. Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right.
So Suicide Squad Episode 1 has dropped. There is a lot of hype around this game. We've been trying to support it. Obviously, I've had my negative thoughts about the mobility of the game. Austin's had his thoughts about it as well, of not liking it too much. But I think we all kind of agree the story wasn't terrible, right? Like, is
Story was decent. It was decent. It was decent.
I wouldn't have played it if the story wasn't decent.
Story wasn't bad.
But we're still in the story. It's still going on.
But we're still in
more to do.
The lack of a story, because they're like, hey, here's a new season. They promise there's going to be some story content here. Well, guess what? You know how there's like a rug that's sometime underneath you? Well, they pulled that rug out from underneath you and you tripped and fell and busted your head because this game has nothing new story-wise until halfway through the season.
Just wait. Okay. Just wait.
Also,
here we go.
You know how they have a new character? The big shebang is the Joker, right?
Just wait.
The Joker is a brand new character. And I'm like, I'm going to jump in. I'm going to play the Joker. At the very least, I just want to play the Joker.
So we can review it on the podcast.
Yep. So the Joker is with Brainiac. So in order to play the Joker, you have to reach level 35 on the new season.
New season, not your current level.
35, 0 to 35 to fight Brainiac again to unlock and rescue the Joker or pay for him.
I played
with real money.
Yep. I played. Now listen, I played 3 hours and guess what level I'm at? 25 for the new season.
At least 3 hours of season 1 content.
No, I'm sorry. That's my actual current level. The seasonal content, I played 2 hours. I'm at level 16. Sorry, my bad. Back up.
So double that, 4 hours, you're going to be at like 32.
Yeah.
So put 6 hours in the new seasonal content, of which there's 4 missions that are the same missions you just repeat over and over again in order to get the Joker to see if he's worth playing. Oh, and by the way, there's no new story.
Yep, no new story. The only new story you got was the first fucking 3 minutes of Joker's intro, which is... It was good. It was decent. It was all comic. It wasn't
interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting.
No animated cutscene, like real, like well
it was almost like Infamous. You remember Infamous, right?
Yeah.
How they did their cutscenes was all comic. It was like that. But in order to kind of like progress and see where this character is going, that we don't know if it's going to be a story, is to get to this level 35, which is a level 40 mission that you have to do in order to unlock Joker. And I don't know what happens after that because I don't know if I want to spend time getting there. I was fine with it at first because I thought it went off a skill level. No, there's a separate level for the season. And Brett informed me, no, you had to be that season level to play it.
Yeah.
How long is the season?
I don't know.
Foreseeable future?
Probably. I mean, they claim they're going to have like drops throughout it. So there's supposed to be some other like new mission type that's going to come out. Yeah. And they're going to actually have like some kind of like story missions. But based on what this is right now, I feel like those story missions are going to be like 30 minutes long.
It's just a grind.
They did, however, change the environment of Metropolis. There's a couple of like presents and there's like a couple Ferris wheels dotted in throughout the map now.
Yeah, it's themed.
So, you know, it's like you got a little bit of there. It's a little bit designed and stuff like that. But... And it's hard. I mean, the gameplay still is fun. There's a lot of crazy shit in this.
Yeah.
Because there's like mastery level, what, 13, I think, or 14 or something like that. Crazy amount of mastery levels.
Oof.
So it gets very challenging, but you're playing the same like 8 mission types over and over again.
Yep.
With like new modifications and new modified this, that, whatever. But there's also 2 battle passes.
Yeah, let's talk about the battle pass.
So you have your battle pass for your level. So like to level up to 35, you get like a battle pass that unlocks new stuff that's included with the season. But then there is a paid battle pass. Thank goodness. Well, I don't know, maybe thank goodness or not. We did buy the thing that gave us 1 battle pass token. So we have the other battle pass that unlocks new skins and new this. There's like 75 unlocks, and I would say probably half of them are like voice lines.
Voice lines. Voice lines.
Voice lines. How many times do you hear a fucking voice line in this game?
Every 2 seconds.
Well, yeah, but like how many times do you want to hear a voice line?
Not that often.
Like, why voice lines? Why?
Because it's easy. They probably use AI to make them.
And plus the cosmetics, the fucking cosmetic. I don't even get a cosmetic for Captain Boomerang. It's not even for all of them. It's just only for a couple of them.
You get Harley Quinn, which we love Harley Quinn in this game.
You get that's the first one you unlock. So yeah, I was down to clown with this game. Pun intended. Joker. I was down to clown with this game because I thought it went off a skill level to go fight Brainiac until Brett made me realize that it has to be the seasonal level in order to continue. In order to upgrade to that level, you do the fear missions types, and it'll boost you up in that battle pass to rank up. But they're like Brett said, they are all extremely similar, and they are just very difficult to play, and that is it. There's nothing. They increase the difficulty of it, and that's it. It's just, and like the rewards I'm getting, it's rare. Like I'm fucking busting my ass off, and I don't get jack shit. I'm still using the same sniper rifle that I got in the beginning of the fucking game.
Yeah,
that is insane. It's just insane.
Well, I even thought like, oh, maybe they'll give us some like new abilities we can like expand our character out with or something.
Nope.
But it's like you're still just working up that squad tree.
Yep.
Which just does little tiny minute little changes
So
that you
minute.
unlock.
0.1 more damage.
Yeah. It's just sad. It's so sad.
So not only do you have to grind to get to the Joker,
You have to fucking grind so hard.
and then once you get the Joker, grind some more to level him up.
Yeah, he
Get
starts
all
at
his
level
abilities.
10 when you get him, so he doesn't have everything unlocked. So you have to work to unlock him and play more of the same missions you've been grinding to get him, but now with a new character.
I really thought we were going to get him to begin with, and there was going to be like a little bit of story content with him and stuff like that. Give you a chance to play him and then work up to another Brainiac. But no. And then on top of that, the Brainiac that you fight is a Green Lantern clone.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep. Which I'm fine with. I'm perfectly fine with that.
This is not Flash.
What upsets me with this game is, like I said before, what's keeping me to play this game was the story. And now I don't get a progression of the story. I'm just playing the same content for fucking 10 hours into it. And then after that, get a small little cutscene on the continuation.
There was a part of me that was like, oh, that's pretty clever. Let's put 12 Brainiacs in here. That's a great way to tie in a live service. And now it's like, oh, but let's play the same 4 mission types for 12 Brainiacs. However long that's going to last, 4 years, or until they run out of money and shut it down. And I love how after this came out, they were like, you know what? Suicide Squad didn't meet our expectations, but we're going all in on live service games. WB said that.
Yeah, no, I was actually wanting to bring that up right now.
I'm like,
because you have the game that sold the most out of any other game last year, Hogwarts Legacy.
yes.
And they're like, you know what? We don't like
Suicide
money.
Squad
We don't like money. Let's just do more Suicide Squad because of reasons. And I have no idea why a lot of companies are doing this. Like, what? Do you not see how unsuccessful this was?
It's those little bit of extra ones that you get from the battle pass and people purchasing skins and all that. It's the consumer's fault. All at the end, it's the consumer's fault all the way.
Yes and no. I mean, we definitely have a part to play in it. But at the same time, I think you put these in there and you pad the spreadsheets and like, look at the money that we could make. Mm-hmm. And so everyone on the board and CEOs are like, oh yeah, let's do that. I want to make more money. And no one's actually involved with like making games and creating communities and trying to build something from the bottom up.
Yeah.
They just think right now this is going to happen. And if it doesn't, well, we're going to try again until everything is literally destroyed and everything that we've loved and come to cherish and care about just means nothing anymore. It's all just a freaking Ponzi scheme, honestly.
So what I hate about this is that I'm still going to continue playing this game because what I enjoy about this game is the gameplay. I think the gameplay, especially whenever I was playing by myself and then I jumped in with Brett and stuff like that, I enjoy the chaos and just going around just defeating these enemies over and over again. But it's not a game that I can sit there like with Helldivers play 4 hours straight. Because I can sit there and play Helldivers 4 hours straight and have a fucking blast. And I'm doing some of the similar stuff, but it's very different and unique in different ways. With this, I can play for like an hour and I'll be like, okay, I'm done. You know, I can't keep doing this. And then on top of that, whenever I jumped into a mission, the game is still super buggy. I jumped into a mission to protect a bomb that was driving to a tornado thing to destroy like one of Brainiac's things. You have to destroy towers as you progress so Brainiac can't track the bomb. Well, the tower appeared, and you're supposed to like take out all the enemies around it. There was no enemies, and Brainiac was slowly figuring out where my shit was at. So I couldn't destroy the tower because I needed enemies. And I'm like, so I sat there and waited, looked around. There's a range on how far I can go. Failed the mission. Try to do it again. Same thing happened. Went to go do a different mission. Same thing happened with that mission. Did an absolutely different mission where you have to kill a bunch of enemies that appear. No enemies appeared, and I'm just standing there. And I'm like, fuck. And then their recent update that they did, I jumped into it. Server crashed. I couldn't get into the game. I jumped back into it. Was able to get into it. Playing for a little bit, having a good time, and then it kicked me off. So
it's a shit show.
So according to
how is
Reddit,
this possible?
some of the Reddit topics right now on the Suicide Squad subreddit are Season 1 is an insult to the remaining player base. So where did all this development time go? This has to be the mother of all I told you so's.
Oh,
I'm sad.
I'm sad.
How long to reach level 35? Took me roughly 6 hours. What about you? God. I found the story content in Season 1, but it's kind of depressing. Where did he even find it? There's a in the codex. There's a section titled Squad Conversation that unlocks audio tapes based on a certain number of kills with the character using a weapon. Unlike other audio tapes, there's actually a backstory here. For example, there's one on Lois Lane, blah, blah. I'm thinking that Rocksteady recorded all the dialogues for the cutscenes and the seasonal content, but it had their budget slashed and couldn't animate them. So then they put it here.
I'm insulted, and I don't even want to play this game anymore. Like, this is an utter failure. And the
so
fact
upset.
that WB wants to continue this is like pure hubris just to try to spite that they have failed just so awfully. Like, why would you? Why? And it's political too, because we know why with the WB or with Harry Potter, because that whole issue with J.K. Rowling. It's like
I just feel bad for Rocksteady because
this is why the people left.
There's great ideas here, and the game like runs pretty well when you get past all the server bullshit and stuff like that. It's a shame that they had to build this, which is why y'all have returned to their last successful game, probably the last successful game they may ever make. I hope not, but potentially Arkham Knight.
So what's funny about this game, back whenever it came out, there was bad reviews on it. It wasn't the greatest game. Everyone was, they loved Arkham City. Arkham City had amazing boss battles, amazing just interactions with the side missions and stuff like that. And I think they bypassed all that with Arkham Knight because they were so focusing on the Batmobile. Mm-hmm. But with that being said,
like people were, or like Rocksteady was?
No, people were. They were so upset.
I remember people being upset about the Batmobile.
The Batmobile was such a main focus on boss battles and stuff like that, and they were just like, why do this? The Batmobile's cool, you know, but like that's something we didn't want to see. Well, they wanted to see it, but not in that like grand of a scale, you know. And especially the Deathstroke fight scene in Arkham Knight was terrible. But I digress a little bit. Yeah, no, this made me want to jump back into it because like I realized that Rocksteady can do like great things, you know. And I was talking to one of my friends that was currently playing it, and I was just like, you know what? I kind of want to revisit it, jump back into it, have a fresh take on Rocksteady. I know what they can do. Maybe if I play this while I'm waiting on season 1, it'll get me more pumped for Suicide Squad, knowing that they can pull themselves out of it. But then I jumped back into this, and I'm like, wow, they have, bad.
They've fallen bad, huh?
Yeah. The storyline in Arkham Knight is just phenomenal. It's just a lead up from all the way to Arkham Asylum. Even they did like cross promotion with comic books and stuff like that, dealing with Jason Todd actually in Arkham Asylum when Batman was there, which was phenomenal. And the progression of it, all the characters and the story arcs, and even their DLC that they came out with the Most Wanted, with Mr. Freeze ending his story, just wrapping everything up in a nice bow. And it just shocks me that they had something so special and so great, and they come out with this and they're saying that, oh no, fucking live service games is the fucking future and all the shit. No, you have something great. You still have people playing this game to this day, and you're still dropping like DLC, not DLC, but cosmetics for this game so people can replay it. I think just recently they dropped the Matt Reeves Batman cosmetic in it. And I'm like, you're still dropping shit for this game. You know how successful it is. You know how well this game plays. Why not just come back with something like this? You know what I mean? I know there was a rumor going around that the Suicide Squad was supposed to be another Batman game, and it was supposed to be Batman taking down the Justice League, or someone was hoping that's what they were planning on doing. And I know they were working on a Superman game, but that kind of, whatever. But, I mean, you have gold here. Like, it is a phenomenal game. And going back and replaying it to this day is still, like, hands down. I mean, the Riddler shit pisses me off. There's too many Riddler missions in there. But beyond that...
At least they're back in Suicide Squad.
Yeah. And then, like, I come to a realization with different things about this game is just like, why did Batman design his vehicle as a tank? You ever thought about that? Mm-mm. Is because he had Joker's blood in him, and he was slowly turning into the Joker. So he made he put a 50 cal on top of a tank and using rubber bullets. No, the Joker that's inside of him knew that he's going to fucking swap that out for live ammunition and actually like do some damage whenever he's able to fully take over Bruce. It's just like stuff like that I'm catching now.
Wow.
And then
I didn't think about that.
In my own opinion, Batman, I don't want to say has respect for Joker, because it's not really Joker inside of him. It's what he imagined Joker who he is, because he knows him so well. He knows what he would do and stuff like that. And it's just like, just little details here and there. I'm just like blown away with the game, and the combat in it is just so impressive. And then figuring out different, like, I didn't realize with a lot of the buildup of the combos and stuff, you can supercharge your weapons and stuff and like take out multiple enemies. I never did that. I always just like doing the counters and beating them up every once in a while. I hated using gadgets, but now playing back through it, I'm just like, man, this is a great game. I hate the Batmobile missions. I just don't like them. But beyond that, it's just...
Yeah, I think originally when I was playing it, I didn't like them either. But you did it because you would gain Wayne points to upgrade all your abilities and stuff. And it's just like, okay, it's a fairly simple thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. Like, playing through it, like, just how it is consistent of, like, the pacing is so on point.
Yes.
Like, you're always going, especially at the beginning, like, God, it just gets going, and it goes, and it goes, and it goes, and it goes, and it's just like you're just stuck in it, and it's just so awesome for storytelling standpoint. And where I'm at now, like I kind of slowly like flow around and fly around and go do whatever I want to, and it's still like there's something to do around every corner. I can decide what I want to accomplish. I can go through like a long chain of stuff until it's like you got to do other things and come back later.
Yeah,
like it
holds
just
up so well.
Yeah, it feels like a game now. Like, you can kind of tell it's dated by certain things, but I jumped in this and it was so easy to just pick up and get going and beat people up and just learn things as I go. Like, it was, and how they like built stuff, like built onto each game. Like, someone was saying they went back and played the first Batman game. And they said, wow, it's like someone made this game now. Like, everything that's in that game, like, has come forward. So, like, it's so recognizable.
Yeah. It's very just... It helped other games, too. Like, the Spider-Man game, the Shadow of Mordor game, just the combat alone.
Yes.
I just feel like Rocksteady has something. They had something. And why do what they did?
So I'll get into a theory, which I don't think is too much of a stretch or even a theory, but Batman's this rich white guy, and you can't have rich white guys as your hero anymore.
Oh, that's what you're going with. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that.
So Sweet Baby, who was involved in this game and coming up with Suicide Squad, you know, their whole mindset is you can't have this.
I don't think that's true, but
I don't know. That's
stretch.
Like, just listen to what people are saying in generally in the gaming industry and what their mindsets are. Like, that's just been coming through for the past, I don't know how many years. Like, now you have to have a certain amount of, you have to have all these things that represent everybody and do everything. And you got to have equal representation, equal screen time for each marginalized group. And it's just like, how do you even make an actual story? Like, it isn't about making story anymore. It's about making sure everyone's represented in the game, and story and fun take a back seat. Honestly, I mean, that's what we're seeing.
I mean, there was only one African American in this game. There was two. There was Cash and Lucius Fox.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
You can't make games like you used to, and that's what's happening right now.
well, I think with this game, they switched because they wanted to stop. They didn't want to be known as a Batman studio. They wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of interviews with them talking about, like, it's exciting for us to get a Suicide Squad. Now, it sucks that it came out the way it did, but I honestly think there were some really good intentions there. I think WB just probably screwed everything up because historically they've done really great games. And then in this,
Definitely.
I mean, just like looking at Crystal Dynamics, like, you can't fault Marvel's Avengers on Crystal Dynamics because they made the Tomb Raider games and brought that franchise back from the dead and made it like really good, and people really appreciated that. But they didn't want to be just doing Tomb Raider over and over again, so they're like, let's do something different. They got an opportunity to do the Marvel's Avengers franchise or Marvel's Avengers game. They're like, cool, but then they were like, no, let's make it live service and do all that. And they're like, well, shit, now we got their live service in here.
But that's where they fell at. That's what I'm saying. They
I know.
should
That's
be
definitely
doing.
part of it.
If they made
But I
Suicide
think that's
Squad,
a publisher decision, not a developer decision to
Definitely.
impact that. So I don't think that they're...
Well, if you get Sweet Baby, their whole, like, go look at what they're trying to do in video games, and like that's what they don't want stuff like this.
They're not doing live service, though. They're just...
No, they're not doing live service,
Yeah.
but they're helping with story and stuff. And I think if you have a good story and or gameplay, you can have a live service game that actually works.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like Helldivers, great gameplay, great concept, live service for the most part.
There's like no story there, though. It's there's some
exactly.
story, but yeah, it's
Yeah,
hidden
yeah.
story. Pretty
It's
light,
missing.
which I think is important for live service. Is just like,
Oh, definitely.
give me a fun game, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, because I think the problem with Suicide Squad too is that they try to build a really deep story into a live service game, and that didn't do well.
I mean, you know, King Shark is gay, and that's like the best thing about that game. I mean, you know,
King Shark's gay.
he's gay. Yes,
didn't
it
know
came
that.
out. It was a big thing. King Shark is gay.
I never read that.
Yes.
Catch that at all.
Yeah.
Now we have gay representation in this game. So if you don't like it, I don't know what your problem is.
Well, I don't know what
He's
your
a
problem is.
shark.
either. It doesn't bother me.
Exactly.
He's a
just
shark.
Nobody cares. Just give us good gameplay, good story.
Yeah, doesn't even matter. It's
All that
just
stuff
what it
doesn't
is.
matter.
I did notice that. I think I saw an article whenever Suicide Squad came out and was out for a minute that Arkham Knight shot up
Yeah,
like crazy, and I feel like a lot of people felt the same way. Is like you jump into this game and it just makes you miss what you had, and I'm very shocked that like a lot of people went back to it because how many negative reviews we got when it first released. So, but yeah, I'm happy I jumped back into Arkham Knight. I was missing that. I love the story in it, and I would most definitely constantly replay this game over and over again whenever I get a chance.
So September of 2023, we had 2,000 peak players, went up to 6,000, 5,000, 3, 2, and then February when Suicide Squad came out, went up to 6.7 thousand. And right now, average players is 2.7. So
it's actually not as much as I thought it'd be.
It's not as much, but it's still.
But it spiked because Suicide Squad came out in January.
I think
right.
February.
February.
It went
January
from
is pre-release.
2.7 to 6.7.
Yeah.
So 4,000
it
players.
jumped up whenever Suicide Squad came out.
Let's see.
So apparently, the Stronghold missions are actually in the game right now in Suicide Squad. I don't know what they are, but I thought they weren't there yet, but they are. So there's no new missions that are coming. There's story missions, maybe.
Well, a problem with Suicide Squad, like doing some of the shit in there is pointless.
Yeah.
Like hunting down the little treasure fucking alien looking things.
Yeah, like what's all the resources for?
I have so much to craft like shitty weapons.
Yeah.
That you don't ever
Because
need.
really you have to play the game to unlock the good weapons.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to even like
Craft.
get resources.
Yeah.
Because the resources are useless.
I don't even do the
essentially.
contracts anymore because I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad.
So in February, the average players was 2.7. Average players now are 562.
Yeah.
It's
there?
down 10,000 players.
I want to see.
What do you want me to do?
That's it. Okay.
Yeah, this is it.
that's
Right
That's right. It just came out like.
It just came out.
That's weird. I forget. Yeah.
Right, yeah. It's already down 10,000. Negative 79, almost 80% of its players are gone.
Yeah.
So
It's a bummer. R.I.P. But hey, there's Arkham Knight.
is it dead? Is it dead for y'all? Like, is that it?
I'm still playing it.
okay.
I'm still gonna play it.
Basically dead?
I'm still gonna play it.
All right.
So we are playing it.
We're
made
playing
it sound
it.
like we weren't even.
No,
I
we're
was
playing
confused.
it. I'm just not playing it as long as I would play other games.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like, I got an hour, I'll jump into Suicide Squad.
I'm gonna play it.
All right. But you
I'm gonna
beat,
fucking die
you
on
beat
this
Arkham
hill.
Knight, didn't you?
I did.
Okay.
I beat Arkham Knight, but I want to see where this is going
Okay.
because I need to know.
need you.
I need to know things.
We need you to play this.
I'm gonna play
so
it.
we can have these conversations.
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna
see-
play
I
it.
will
Where we're
say
at.
I've read every piece of codex information that's come out in the game that I've unlocked.
And
Every bit of it. It's
Okay.
interesting.
any tidbits?
No.
Stand out?
No.
It's okay. Nothing
But
stands
it's-
out to you.
Some interesting stories there. Some
Sorry.
audio logs.
My hope is like
The artwork's cool.
that the real Batman's not dead, and we're gonna get another Batman game. It's just,
Look, if that's the case, we might not ever get to that point. Like, it might kill this game.
they probably will. More than likely, like after this shit, I don't see them
After
coming back.
this year, I don't see.
I don't see them coming back.
But I mean,
Not unless they just drop all the content, just like, all right, we're done with this game. Here's everything that we were supposed to release. Do whatever you want.
It's broken and shit.
It's broken.
It's like right
shit.
before Avengers was done, they were like, "Here's all the skins that
Here's
people
all the
paid money for,
skins and all this other shit.
all for free."
All for free. We're sorry. We're working on the
shit.
new Arkham game. Batman's not really dead. And
Yeah, it's gonna be live service.
Multiverse is opening up here.
yeah,
Well, they already have multiverse.
this was a whole
but-
different universe. The real
They
Arkham
can't go
Batman's not
back.
dead.
They can't go back. They already said this is part of Arkham universe.
They'll
Well,
go
that's
back.
true.
They can go back. They can be like, yeah, this wasn't part of it. Sorry. We tricked you.
The Joker was playing games with you.
It was all a dream.
Bat.
Bat.